Hey everyone, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more historic here on Magic Arena, and I have a really sweet deck, and I know I say that a lot, but this one's extra sweet. This is a deck archetype that we featured a bunch of times on the channel, and with the help of a few new cards that are new to me, cards that are new to Arena recently, that I'm excited to bring it to you. But before we hop in, just want to remind everybody, if you enjoy the deck, the channel, the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below. Join the Discord and hop on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/BA Motumbo, and you can be a part of the deck building process, and we could even feature your deck in a future video if you happen to hop on over. But yeah, let's just hop right into the deck. Like I said, it's a sweet one. Today we are playing Gideon of the Mirror. So this is another turns deck, so to speak, right? What we're going to do is we're going to outlast our opponent. We're going to win the game by essentially making sure that that we can't lose, essentially. Now, what'll happen is we'll set up we'll set up like this barrier that our opponents can't get through with the help of Gideon and Gideon's emblem. So Gideon, 3-mana planeswalker, has a lot of cool abilities, but the main ability that we're focusing on is the bottom one that says you get an emblem that says as long as you control a Gideon planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. So this is great for a multitude of reasons, right? Sometimes you want to slam Gideon first, immediately get the emblem out, depending on what your opponent has in play. Sometimes you want to take an extra turn, and then when you get that extra turn, what that basically enables you to do is maybe just play an extra land out, get a little bit ahead of your opponent. But Chance for Glory, 3-mana instant, creatures you control gain indestructible, and not until the end of turn, but permanently. Take an extra turn after this one, and at the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. So again, what you do is you could potentially Chance for Glory for 3 on turn 3, and then on your following turn, which is that extra turn, you play Gideon, you do the -0 at the bottom to make the emblem, and the turn ends, you don't lose the game because Gideon says so, and we have that emblem. So Gideon also turns on Pact of Negation. Pact of Negation, 0 mana, counter target spell. It's essentially like a Force of Will, but it does have a drawback that says at the beginning of your next upkeep, you have to pay 5 mana, 2 of which are blue. If you don't, you lose the game. So again, if you have this emblem in play, we're just preventing that from happening. But usually the way that this whole combo it can be a little bit brittle, because if they get rid of Gideon, then you could potentially lose the game depending on what you've cast this turn, or maybe what your life total is, or what your opponent's about to do. So we want to set up a way to protect Gideon, and that's going to be in the form of Deification. And I know people have done this in the past, but Deification is a 2-mana enchantment, and this is new to me. This is the first time that I've played with this enchantment, but it says when it enters the battlefield, choose a planeswalker type. We will choose Gideon. Planeswalkers you control of the chosen type will have hexproof, so Gideon will have hexproof, but it also says as long as you control a creature, and that's any creature. If damage would be dealt to a planeswalker you control of the chosen type, would result in all loyalty counters on it being removed. Instead, all but one of those counters are removed. So if they attack for 100 at Gideon, it's going to just put Gideon to 1. If they do some kind of like mass damage spell that, targets everything, maybe like a Star of Extinction. Assuming that we have other creatures in play after a Star of Extinction, that may be a bad example. But yeah, so if Gideon takes damage, Gideon's just going to stay at 1 as long as we have at least 1 creature in play, which is pretty easy to do in this deck because we're featuring a lot of cards that make tokens or make other creatures. And we're doing that for another reason as well. But let's first, right? We're playing Orcish Bowmaster, right? One of those cards that everybody really hates to play against, but it really is good again in this deck because again, it puts 2 creatures into play. It does give you a little bit of extra, damage because if your opponents are drawing cards, which is very popular and historic, the Orc Army token is going to get a little bit bigger. Bitter Blossom is a sweet card in multiple ways because for 2 mana, every turn during your upkeep, you're losing 1 life and you're getting a 1/1 fairy rogue creature with flying. This is good again because if you can't lose the game, this just happens forever. Every turn you lose 1, you get a creature. So even if you're in the negatives, you're still losing a life and you're getting more creatures. We're also playing Retrofitter Foundry. This is good for multiple reasons because 1, it's an artifact, and then 2, it does also make 1/1s. We don't really care about making the 4/4s, but it does make 1/1s. Why do we care about making the 1/1s or having creatures in play or any of this? It's because of our new favorite card from the new Eldraine set, Beseech the Mirror. This card is insane. 4 mana. Sorcery, has bargain, and basically just says if you use bargain, which is sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token, which is a lot of our deck, we get to search for any card in our deck, and then if it costs 4 or less, we get to cast it from our hand, because we're going to put that card into our hand and then it's going to cast it. So we could go get the 1 copy of the ring we have. We could go get the Gideon that we need to just finish the combo. We could go get one of like the Deification. We could get a token maker. We can get Bowmaster. We could get the extra turn spell that we want to do. Or we can get one of our new finishers, and also another way to help prevent us from losing the game. Pact Weapon. This 4 mana artifact just says as long as it's attached to a creature, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. So again, this won't necessarily protect you from like Pact of Negation or Chance for Glory, but if we're way past that maybe, and they've dealt with our Gideon, but we're at negative 20, and we have this on a creature, we're going to live forever, essentially. And then once we get this on one of our indestructible creatures, because again, when we Chance for Glory, any of these other creatures that we've put in play up until that point are going to be indestructible. So Pact Weapon, we're going to be attacking, we're going to be drawing cards, we don't care about losing life. We should be able to just close the game out from any point once we just get a few of these cards out in play. We're also finally just playing 3 copies of Fragment Reality, because Fragment Reality is an insane removal spell for 1 mana. It on Arena, it really equates to Swords of the Plowshare. It removes any non-token artifact, creature, or enchantment. So it hits more than just creatures. It deals with the 1 ring. It's just a great card overall. Yeah, they do get a little bit of value depending on what we're killing with it, but again, super useful card. So again, this deck is really sweet. I will tell you, when we played it over the weekend during the stream, this deck just rocked people's worlds. It's a great deck. You can just win a lot of these 4. I'll tell you right now, Beseech the Mirror basically turns your whole deck into playing 4 additional copies of any of these cards. So we're playing 8 Chance for Glories, it feels like, or 8 Gideons, or 5 copies of the 1 ring. I know once you get like the 1 ring out, right, you don't have any more in your deck, but still, I promise you. And also the 1 ring's really good if you can't lose the game, right? You're going to be drawing a million cards. You don't care about the loss of life every turn. It's insane. This deck is insane. I highly recommend any like variation of this, because it is busted and it's a lot of fun to play. But yeah, like I said, let's just hop right into the deck. We'll show you what it's like to play this, and I hope you enjoy. But we'll see you all at the wrap up. All right, let's see. So this is good, right? Like we get to Bitter Blossom on turn 2. We could play Gideon on turn 3. We can Deification the Gideon so it doesn't die. And then we could probably just get blown out by... Ooh. I'm going to play this. So we really don't know what our opponent's playing, so... They're probably just playing Mono Green Devotion. Right? They're always playing Mono Green Devotion. Invasion. Another Gideon. Do I want that? Probably not. Hold on, I'm adjusting my microphone a bit, so it's going to sound... I'm probably going to get a lot louder. Why is my... God, I just fixed this. Okay, so they are playing... That was a decent draw. Alright, no reason to make our emblem right now. Okay. So, they're going to go get something. We're going to... I wonder if they have like a spyglass or something they go get. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna kill the... Hopefully we're gonna kill this. Alright, so we actually did a lot that turn. Alright, we're going to name Gideon. We still don't have any red mana, which is a little awkward. Oh, Storm the Festival is the worst. Alright, so that's a little bit of an issue. What do we sacrifice? We could sacrifice the Retrofitter Foundry because we don't really need it. Alright, let's do this. Let's figure out what we're gonna get. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this. We just get to start drawing cards this way, so... Oh, does that have reach? Oh, I'm an idiot. Three, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7... They have 10? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Am I mathing wrong? 2 turns into 4. 4? Oh, what a horrible hit. I mean, we are slowly going after our opponent here. Yeah, that's a little bit of an issue. Well, I'm glad we played the other one. I think if we can hit a red mana, like, just once, I think we're good, right? Let's make sure these all come into play tapped, which is a little unfortunate. So I think... Alright, we just have to make sure that we actually emblem this turn.
There is no shame in quitting.
Well, here comes all the red mana. Oh, I guess I should have swung out with the Deification, right? Because all of these are indestructible. Hey, Nordic. Good morning. How's it going? I'll show you the deck list after this game. I mean, if we could survive this turn, I think we're good. Oh, you know what? I actually have it. I just don't ever turn it on. I need to turn on... what's the overlay, too? Oh my god. What overlay am I supposed to have right now? I can't remember the name of the app, so I'll turn it on. No, I have a different it's not Untapped. It's maybe it's Cardboard Live. Yeah. There we go. It should be on now. I guess our opponent gave up. Oh, awesome. All right, opponent. I think we're getting you. Victory is mine. All right. It's an interesting first game. We go first. I mean, this looks like a pretty decent hand. We'll keep it. We can't cast a Gideon. Oh, that's fine. That actually does not matter at all. Because we just drew another one. Bow, 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 bow. No, there's actually multiples that I've found. I'm not supposed to draw this. I'm supposed to get it out with to play this. Then they hit me. Perpetually Gay Toxic 1. What is this? What is this card? Oh my god. No, I got it off of Amazon. All right, well. All right, what do you got? What kind of weird trick do you have? Nothing? Okay. I feel a little bit better. I feel less better. I hate that card. Like, they don't even have to hit me with this in order to kill me. No attacks. Okay. Okay, so for anybody watching, there is only one ring in my deck. So don't go thinking that this is a one ring deck, but just because you have one of them in your deck, it actually makes it a one ring deck. This deck, or this card, is insane. Dandelion, I don't remember if I said hi to you, but hello and good morning. But yeah, even this. Oh no, that targets. So they would just have to wait until next turn. But see, like, they could think that we're just on the basic, you know, Bowmaster, Ring, Sheoldred deck. But we're not playing Sheoldreds, but we are playing the other cards, right? So they could be out there just assuming that we're on something broken and dumb, and they're going to rope us out, right? So... this card 100% needs to be banned. So, are you familiar with the rules of Magic at all, Fiona? Okay. So this card, it's a 4-mana artifact. First off, it's indestructible. If you cast it, like if it comes into play and you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose a life for each counter it has on it, and then what happens is you tap it to put a counter on it, and then draw a card for each counter on it. So right now I'm tapping it. I tapped it to draw 1. So now it's my turn. I'm going to lose 1 life. But now I'm going to tap it. I'm going to draw 2, and then on my next turn I'm going to lose 2 life. But just that one turn of me having protection from everything is just going to be like debilitating and backbreaking for them. And the fact that how much do I need to... and the fact that my opponent's deck doesn't really, like, I don't care about taking damage from them because they're playing poison and they're not going to really need to deal damage to me to kill me anyway. This just makes it even that more backbreaking. But there's another card. There's another creature that says every time your opponent loses life, they lose 2... Or, I'm sorry, every time your opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. But then every time you draw a card, you gain 2 life. So imagine having that in play, tapping this to draw like 4 or 5 cards, and just gaining 8 or 10 life. Like, it's pretty insane. But yeah, this person probably just saw us drop the ring and was like, "Oh, well, I'm playing another ring deck and I'm out." But in reality, right, we only have one of these, but still, even just having one of these is just so backbreaking. So tidbit, if you are watching this in the future at some point, I'm sorry. We only have one. We tried to dumb it down a little bit to make it fair for everybody, but it's still a broken card that needs to be banned. Nemesis. This is a decent hand. It used to be a decent hand. Ooh, take our Deification, please. I mean, Bitter Blossom is the correct choice, but... Ah, boo, 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 boo. Okay, well, it's one of these decks. All right, they know we have it. Let's play it out. Now we can discard the other one, let them draw a card. It's fine. Yeah, with limited formats, right? Target opponent discards a card. Decline. Ah, beautiful.
This world on the side of justice will never lose.
They didn't draw any land. I'm so sorry, my friend. So they might have a removal spell here, but we can just flash in the Bowmaster, so I'm not really too worried about it. Yeah, them not drawing land for a couple turns was pretty backbreaking. Decline. Okay, it's pretty good. What just got milled? Another Gideon. Okay, so I mean, we just never hold cards in our hand anymore. Can't even cycle that because it would count as discarding. Oh, I guess we could have, because They would have gotten the man on their turn, but it's probably better that we don't anyway. And they could still easily win this game. they got a Gideon. Lol. Lol, lol, lol. Okay. It's pretty funny. Yeah, they can't target it because it has hexproof because of the deification. That's funny. A little bit better. I don't love this draw, though. All right. Bitter Blossom. We can block now. All right, so we can Gideon, and I think we are going to Gideon here. Do I emblem? Or do I prevent? Prevent lets me, this lets me block. I think we have to emblem. Emblem turns on Pact of Negation, whereas embleming just, we can't, right? So we can block and then we can counter something that pumps their Ginger Brute to go after that. God, we have to be really careful here. I mean, we could also just let this happen and let the Gideon die. Because we have Beseech the Mirror. Wait, what? What? Okay. Yep. That was very much appreciated, opponent. right, so I mean, now they have to remove either our creature or our. I guess they play portable hole, so this is probably bad. But we have a pact, so. Oh, they haven't figured it out. Hey, look, down to 1. Play another land. We're going to play this out. All right, let's start drawing some cards.
You hold no power over me.
Oh, what did I miss? I turned my head for like 1 second. How do you know I didn't want those though? Okie doke. It's already it's already on the creature. Sure. Uh-huh. You did it. Hey, look, you did it some more. We're not going to attack through this wall, right? So let's play another one of these just in case they draw something dumb. And yeah, let's go. I think they've I think they've accepted the terms, right? They probably just should have kept the Ginger Brutes open so they could sack them. But all right, well, North Face, good game, good game. Have you noticed that like every game our opponents are going first? Like every single game. It's amazing. Really? They're just playing sacrifice over there? Should I play this out? I think so. Okay. That's pretty good. So you trade a food and a creature for a treasure and 2 cards. It's pretty good. What are they looking for? They just want to start it? All right, well, get ready for days and days of our opponent clicking Oven and Familiar. I like how they had to like arena errata this card so it couldn't block. it's like you know what, this card's just a little too good. Let's why didn't you sack the cat? I guess it doesn't matter in the long run, right? Hey, look, it's that thing. So we could chance for glory here into a Gideon. Yeah, I think I like the idea of this having indestructibility, but I think I'm just gonna play this out right now and turn off one. This gives us one extra indestructible token next turn. I'm surprised we didn't see another like village rights from them or something there. Ooh, Trail of Crumbs. Okay. All right, opponent. You're doing stuff. This only gets permanents though, right? Yeah, permanent card. Whoops. All right, we're helping you out. Yeah, I think we can fire this off now. All right. It's a little unfortunate that they actually got rid of one of our tokens there. Maybe we should have drawn there. No attacks. Take 3 more, go to 10. Play Gideon, Emblem. And then we should be good from here, right?
I will prove myself worthy. You cannot win.
Oh yeah, it might be worth playing another Bitter Blossom here. Or it might be safer just to wait for the Bowmaster. Yeah, we're gonna hold the Bowmaster because that gives us 2 creatures, just in case they have some kind of like crazy removal, like. So this is gonna we're in this for a long one, right? Like, because they're gonna be gaining life every turn. Well, we don't care about the loss of life. I could counter that, but it's pretty irrelevant. That I might counter. Do we actually care about that? I don't think we do, actually. Sack an artifact. Gain a life, draw a card. Oh, there we go. That was actually a really good answer for that. Okay. And this isn't what they're doing, really isn't preventing anything from happening. Yeah, I mean we definitely played some things out of turn. We're gonna discard a Godless Shrine. We're gonna take a bunch of damage. I mean, I think if we draw a... I think if we draw another Transfer Glory here, it's pretty much over. Because we're going to play another Bitter Blossom. Oh, perfect. So, Bitter Blossom. We already played a land. We're going to play this Bowmaster out. We're going to kill the Gilded Goose. Okay. Yeah. That was 100% game over there. Whew. So crazy. This deck is nuts. I don't think I'm ready to do that. I mean, I did draft a 7-win deck last night. Oh, that means I am a top limited player. Should I Pact of Negation that? I mean, worst case scenario, right? I can actually Beseech and go get something. Like sack the Deification. There are so many people playing Kiora. Or not Kiora, but Mono green devotion. This deck is just very unfair. Okay, well, we've drawn all of these. Alright, well, let's turn on our counterspell. It is hexproof, so the Deification definitely gives it hexproof. Hexproof. One, two, three, four, five, six. Do I counter this? Or do I counter what he goes and gets? Holy Concealed Courtyards, Batman. Oh my gosh. I guess we're going to go get a One Ring, right?
Not if I can.
Okay. Yep.
I love to make a splash.
Okay. I guess I should have definitely drawn a card in response, because I completely forgot about how stuff worked.
I can let all of them down.
I mean, that's exactly the card we wanted. And I'm going to fire this off just because we're going to get more cards. I wish we could have shocked a land into play to get this into play. But I mean, we're in a pretty good spot. We could actually kill this Kiora right now. See what we draw. Maybe we do that. Killing Kiora actually, like, really turns off a lot of their options. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
You hold no power over me.
Hands off. I ebb and flow with battle. Back to the depths.
All right. We are F6'd. Your go, opponent. Yeah, so we turned off one of their devotion And then the ability to untap this for 2 more land. Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? I mean, Liquid Metal Coating, Karn is not great against us. And this is just going to die, right? Like, they should try to do some kind of, like, Pithing Needle or Sorceress Spyglass or something. That's the third Karn. That's pretty crazy they've drawn that many Karns in 12 cards. But if they were to do that, right, these creatures still kill that. Is this where they just salty rope? Yeah, but even if they do that, right? Even if they target the Gideon, I mean, they could uptick. I guess that would be the play, right? Like, target Gideon, uptick. I mean, if they time out, the first thing I'm going to do on my turn is just activate Gideon. But we're going to have to sit through an upkeep. Yeah, I have to sit through this timeout. Because even right now, they could Liquid Metal Coating Gideon. All right, well, again, don't be these opponents who just feel like this is what needs to happen.
Stand down.
I mean, I'm just going all out here. It's faster for me just to click that. Just get this game over with. All right. This should be the turn the opponent concedes, right? Or not the opponent, but the game doing it for them. Man, Beseech the Mirror is such a busted Magic card. Holy moly. Opponents, come on. Goodbye. Bye. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Chat, we get to go first. What is our life right now? This is a pretty good hand, too. Do I care about... I don't necessarily care about that, so let's just run this out. This deck doesn't really have a way to deal with our combo for the most part, so... Yeah, I think it's better just to hold up the Bowmaster. flash in Bowmaster, kill something, and then next turn play Gideon, and then we have a creature to protect.
Show me what you can do.
I'll just get it up now. Turns on Pact.
Defeat is inevitable.
Sure. Sure. No blocks. Ooh, another Bowmaster is actually pretty great. But we are going to do the thing. And we're going to go get the ring. Oh, what a great draw right there.
Let's do this.
Sure. They have all the elves. Okay. Uh-huh. No blocks.
Fight on without me.
All right, well, we're going to turn you into a creature.
This ends now.
4, 5. They block with a 6/6, so I'm not going to really do anything with it. Yeah, really need the Bitter Blossom. No attacks. How much does it cost to untap? 3, so 2, 3, and then nothing, so...
My oath remains unbroken.
Let's just do it again. No attacks. And then it's going to be pretty hard for us to lose from here. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Bitter Blossom. We could do Bowmaster also. We could get Pact Weapon, but I think at this point we just want as many Bitter Blossoms in play as possible. Right, that way we can actually just start closing this game out. No attacks. They have all the elves in play. All right. Yep. See you later, Johnny California. That's actually a pretty cool name that I just realized. But, yep. Some people do let people do things in the game. Ooh, we get to go first? I think I'm going to play this Retrofitter Foundry, honestly. We're making tokens. Oh, I love to see that tap land right there. Like, for real, for real.
I will prove myself worthy. It's time to give up.
What do they have there? Like a fatal push? Oh. Okay. We can actually still win through this, so. I think it's imperative that we...
That's enough.
That we do this now? So should we get Chance for Glory or the Ring? God, part of me wants to get... Yeah, let's just do the Ring. All right, let me go ahead and draw now, and then you can mill us for 3. Ooh, that was a lot of cards. That was a lot of cards.
No trial is beyond my ability.
Okay, so... Do we sack the Retrofitter Foundry? I think we do. Alright, well, we have no extra turn spells left, so... This is what we have. They have Ottawara in their deck? Okay, well. That was pretty good, actually. I mean, we're going to mill out anyway, so I'm not worried about milling. 2, 2, 1, 1. Fatal push. Okay. Do I counter this? Ruin Crab, okay. Sure thing. Good game. Got him. Woo! Nice. Nice, nice. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the wrap up. And like I said, during those games on the stream, this deck is amazing. I love this deck. You don't always win with just Gideon attack for 4 every turn, right? Because it is kind of hard to, get that just turn in a row. But if you could potentially set them up right with just a Bitter Blossom, that 1 damage every turn turns into 2, turns into 3, turns into 4. And then once you just slap down 1 Chance for Glory and then give all of those token indestructible, then they can't get through. They can't do a lot of things that they're trying to do. And it really you can just overwhelm them with the tokens. But again, right, if you set up the combo with Gideon and Deification and some indestructible Bitter Blossom tokens or Orcish Bowmasters or however you want to look at it, or you're drawing a million cards with the One Ring every turn and you're at negative, if you're at negative life and you're alive, you're probably going to win the game, right? I feel like with this deck, that's just a great way to tell if you're going to win. Yeah, you can 100% win while you're still in positive life totals, but if you are sitting at negative life, you are most likely winning, and they're most likely not going to be able to deal with anything. Pact of Negation is just one card I feel like that everybody forgets about, because you're sitting here, you're playing 3 other colors, and your opponent is just like, what's going on, and then maybe I found an answer, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, let me introduce you to my 4th color, blue Pact of Negation that you didn't even see the mana for, and it's free, and oh, by the way, I countered your counter that you're trying to prevent from happening. It's just, there's some insane interactions. The One Ring, again, you probably heard me say it multiple times during the games, but even though we're playing it and we're taking advantage of it, the One Ring is completely ruining Historic. I feel like there are a lot of cards I feel like that are ruining Historic. There's some lands, some devotion lands that I won't name, that are ruining Historic. There are just a lot of cards. They really need to do a whole balancing thing. I think Orcish Bowmasters is fine. I do think it's annoying, but again, it is a card that is kind of easily dealt with. But the One Ring really does make Historic a little busted, and it can be played in any deck, and a card that can be just played in any deck. Cough cough, Smuggler's Copter, when that was a thing back in Standard, and there was a tournament local to where I am where they actually top 8'd. There were you know, there were full 4 copies in every deck in the top 8, and then they had to immediately ban it. So yeah, it's one of those cards they need to do something about. So hopefully when they take action, they don't just do like modern and standard. You know, they really need to take a look at historic as well. And I'm all for revisiting restricting cards, right? If they can print on a card, a deck can contain any number of copies of this card, like a lot of the rats, or a deck can contain 9 copies of this card, like the Nazgul, then a card could be printed that says a deck can only have 1 copy of this card in it. So again, they call it the ban and restrict list for a reason. I'm going on a tangent about something completely unrelated, but again, this deck's super sweet. I really, really recommend it. I hope you enjoy the video. Please, if you do, even if you don't, like, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links down below. Again, hop on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/BAMotumbo. Come be a part of deck building. Please let me feature your deck. Bring me your cool idea. Bring me what you're trying to do. Maybe we can brainstorm together and figure out what that deck is missing, or improve upon what you've already perfected. So, but either way, I really enjoy spending time with everyone. Thanks to everybody who tuned in over the weekend. Thanks to everybody here for watching. But yeah, as always, all I ask is that you stay safe, and we will see you all next time.